What's up, financial hacks? Today's Saturday video, I wanted to briefly go over this cool article from Forbes, kind of talking about the billionaires of 2020, I guess 2022, like the either the most recent or I guess like the top ones that everybody kind of knows about. As you can see from the picture, we see Rihanna, we got Elon Musk back there, we got a few others. So I just wanted to kind of just go over this, talk with you guys about this. I'm doing this on Google Meet, so we'll see how this goes. Hopefully, over my sure mic is working tonight. But let's go ahead and get right into it. And I'll be switching from full screen to my screen on this, so you guys can see me too. So first off, we have Elon Musk, as you can see right there, net worth $219 billion. Also, too, in this video, kind of wanted to go over what these people are actually doing as well. But as you can see, he's a working revolutions transportation both on Earth through electric car maker Tesla and in space via rocket producer SpaceX. That's what's selling. Let me make it a little bit brighter so it's a little bit easier for me to see. Hopefully not too bright for you guys on your end there. But that's what's up there. And he's doing Tesla, SpaceX. He actually got his money, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of his big money by himself. Outside of the money that he got from his family after he sold PayPal, if I'm not mistaken. If you guys didn't know, if I'm not mistaken, he was the person, one of the people behind PayPal. And you see automotive right now for his industry. We'll go over like the first three, like one by one, and then we'll start looking at the trends that we're seeing. So next up, we have Jeff Bezos, founded the e-commerce giant Amazon in 1984 out of his garage in Seattle. He stepped down as CEO to become executive chairman in July 2021. And then, as you can see by his net worth, at least on the time of this article, $171 billion. So probably a lot higher too, after he got divorced. I'm not sure how much he lost on that. I don't think it was half, maybe 30%, maybe 40%. I could be wrong there. But yeah, he would be probably in the 200 billions if I guess he signed a prenup or if he was still married. And then next up, we have Bernard Arnault's and family. Okay, now this guy I have not heard about before, and it's saying he's worth $158 billion. Bernard Arnault oversees the LVMH empire of some 70 fashion and cosmetics brands, including Louis Vuitton and Sephora. That makes a ton of sense. Yeah, beauty, branding, especially high fashion like that. Yeah, you're gonna for sure be making bank. So yeah, good job there. So next up, I wanted to go over some of the people that we may know real quick. I mean, like more celebrities style people, maybe like Rihanna. Where's Rihanna at? We just seen her. We just seen her up here at the top. Let's see if we can find Rihanna. Riri. Let's see how far down she is. Oh crap. We actually may not actually see her on this list because I think she only has like a billion. So it's gonna be a minute. It's gonna be oh wow, we got different pages. Oh wow. Okay, let's go ahead and keep on going. Let's keep on going. We're gonna keep on going to the people who are at a billy. Oh man, it's a lot of people. It's a lot of people. All right, you know what? We may have to dang. We may have to go all the way back. Let's see. Okay, we're in the 1 billy. You know what, guys? I'm not exactly for sure if we're gonna actually see her on this list now. But in that case, we'll still go over what a lot of these people are actually doing. What type of income source that they're getting their money in. And yeah, it's gonna be a minute. Yeah, let me just go back to first the top people. Before we do that too, if I'm not mistaken, I think Rihanna has like a one, maybe 1.1 billion. I think what's his name? Kanye. I think he has like around maybe 1.7. And then actually, matter of fact, I'm gonna check this now. F it. I'm gonna check this now. I forgot I got a whole phone right here. You see, I'm so used to recording on my phone that I am now feeling so weird having this right here with me. So let's just check their network out. So first I will check Rihanna. Rihanna net worth. Yeah, she's worth 1.7 billion. And Kanye, I think he's in the twos. Net worth. Yeah, 2 billion. And let me check Jay-Z real quick. Jay, if I can spell his name, that would be great. Okay, Jay-Z. Okay, 1.3. Okay, and it's saying Beyonce about 400 mil. Okay, okay, okay. So now that we got those out of the way, I finally was able to go over Rihanna like I wanted to. Now let's look at the sources that they're getting a lot of their money from, like your industry. And as we can see from Elon Musk, automotive, Jeff Bezos, technology, Bernard Arnault and family, the fashion and retail, Bill Gates technology, Warren Buffett finance and investments, Larry Page and technology, Sergey and technology, Larry technology, Steve technology. Let's just scroll down just a bit more on this. Let's go down to let's go down to 16 and the rest. Food and beverage, uh, the Waltons, fashion and retail, Walmart, Rob Walton, all look at all the Walmarts, the fashion and retail. Um, Chang Joe, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right. The cryptocurrency exchange. Okay, and yeah, finance investments, and the Koch brothers, diversified. We got Dale Technology. So um, right now, I'm definitely seeing a lot of technology, a lot of people owning businesses in technology, automotive. Elon Musk, he did do technology too, because PayPal and all that. I guess that would be finance too, finance and technology probably at the same time. Um, Jeff Bezos, yeah, technology, but you're also selling a lot of different stuff, fashion and retail, a lot of these. And the reason I kind of wanted to go over some of these just to show you guys that certain fields have a higher percentage of you becoming a millionaire or billionaire versus other fields. Look at that, food and beverage, a lot of owning, metals and mining, food and beverage, finance and investments. Yeah, I'm saying a lot of technology and a lot of finance and investments. Technology and finance and investment are definitely top. If you're lucky enough to get some of that fashion retail, if you're like, one of the top percentage there, it's like you can do pretty well. But definitely a lot of technology in investments. I mean, technology in like finance and investments at the top. Are you still there? Stay in the call. You still okay? Yeah, again, it's my first time using the Google Meet for this, so hopefully everything goes good. Hopefully, I don't want to re-record this video, but yeah. Now, um, with Rihanna, she's a singer. She great job. Umbrella. I love that song, but she didn't make her money from music. Now she used her popularity from it, but her makeup brand, her fashion was the reason she was able to become a billionaire. Look at Kanye West. Him just solely doing music, him just solely singing, didn't get him 1.7 or I mean $2 billion. It was him with his Yeezys, with his fashion, becoming a business owner, going in that fashion route. Um, Matter of fact, too, let me see. What's the old dude name? Rick Ross. Let me see how much he is worth right now. Let me see how much Rick Rose is worth. Okay, yeah, 45 million. So basically, like you can become a millionaire, with music. You can do that with sports. But to get to that next realm, you definitely had to be a business owner for sure for most of these people, especially if you're trying to get to the top, like the top 10 with the Jeff Bezos and everybody. But it's like certain fields that you have to pretty much get into. But you can still be a business. I mean, you can still do music as a business owner, I guess. Like, if I'm not mistaken, Jay-Z, if I'm not mistaken, he he gets his money from, being the owner. Oh shoot, being a business owner. He's still in the music realm, but he still is at the top. He's just not working for somebody to become a billionaire. Um, like I know 99.9% of us watching this video right now aren't billionaires. So we don't have to worry about this yet. But this is something to, just possibly think about, because this same thing can apply to you, um, growing from your regular 9 to 5 job, maybe paying minimum wage, maybe paying a little bit more, maybe making 30K a year, maybe making 40K a year. But depending on what type of field you're focusing in, that can definitely increase to maybe the higher 80s, 90s to 6 figures. For example, if you're working at, McDonald's, Burger King, a lot of these maybe server jobs, your likelihood of making $100,000 just from that job is like very slim to none, versus you applying your skills or applying knowledge, or you're trying to work hard and learning maybe a tech skill, maybe cybersecurity, maybe web development, maybe something like that. You have a higher percentage of making a lot more money. And that kind of just what I want to talk about today on this video. This is not live, but I'm thinking about probably doing maybe some live streams on here. We'll see. But depending on your field, that can definitely affect how much money you end up making at the end of the day. And also either being a business owner or not being a business owner, to be quite frank with you guys. But I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts on this. Were you guys surprised to see a ton of these technology companies with finance and investments pretty much dominating like the top 20, top 30% of billionaires? Are you, or do you have any other maybe possible cool ideas that you think can also help out with billionaires, or maybe even trillionaires? Which field do you think will hit trillionaires first? Do you think it's going to be finance and investments, technology, television, energy, playing with sport? I definitely want to hear you guys' thoughts on that. And guys, if you haven't already too, be sure to hit that like button. And I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Peace.